Welcome to Super Spa, Spectacular Spa, and Supreme Spa. That would do, wouldn't it? Hello, welcome to round 12 of ALR Formula One World Championship, and it is the longest circuit on the Formula One calendar. And not only that, we have got two races for the price of one tonight with the sprint and the Grand Prix itself. And so I'm going to be sweaty. The drivers are going to be sweaty as well. Let's get into it. It's going to be a cracker, I am sure about that. I think this is our third sprint race out of six in total this season. So it's going to very much throw a spanner in the works, I think, isn't it? Also, remember that our sprint for this season is just that wherever you qualify, you start the sprint, and then of course wherever you finish the sprint, you start the Grand Prix, and all that kind of jazz. Then let's go through the drivers and the constructors first, shall we? Then and it is like this set at the moment. And so at this moment in time, it is Percy who leads the championship now by a massive 45 points in front of. Whoops, I have knocked my thing off. It's a massive 45 points down in front of Troy, and that is over a Grand Prix win. However, is it over a sprint and a race win? Maybe. Oh gosh, we've also got rain as well. We have got Box Tyler who's moved himself on the third now. He's had some really good last couple of races or so. I see that fourth position is Immortal. He is the opposite of Box Tyler. He's had some difficult races. And oops, I keep knocking me thing off. In oh goodness me. In fifth position is Milan then on 84 points. Then we got Equals in sixth position at the moment. Chaz in seventh with Sloth in eighth position. A great return there for Sloth, I must say. Ninth is Green and 10th is Keza. All on 37 points. And Liam on 35 with Indigo on 35 as well. 29 points there for German. 22 for Knowlesy. Then Markey on 17. 15 for Nigel on 5, and then we got Pillars who's returning back to ALR as a full-time driver on 0 with Chappers and Toy Coin all on 0 as well at this moment in time. And then we go to the Constructors' Championship, and it is Williams who leads the way. 82 points in front of Mercedes. Now, Williams got quite a nice lead so far then, but that lead can whittle away quite quickly. McLaren are now only 7 points away in third position, and they are really eating into Mercedes' advantage. Fourth position is the Alfa Romeo team, then 48 points away from the Mercedes, and Aston Martin are currently fifth. AlphaTauri, who was incredible last season, weren't they, in terms of the constructors and joint constructors, counting in sixth at the moment only. Seventh position is Red Bulls, who are kind of having a bit of a monopoly on their drivers at the moment. Eighth position is Haas. Then ninth is the Alpine team, and Ferrari right at the bottom at the moment, only on 37 points. And unfortunately for the Ferrari team, then, and that is pretty disappointing to say the least. Let's finish off with the joint constructors then, and it is like this. Mercedes leads the way, 59 points in front of the Williams team in second. It's so close in the joint constructors. Third position is the Alfa Romeo team. Fourth is the Ferrari, much better than the joint constructors, aren't they? Alpine are in fifth, with Red Bull are sixth and 8 points away from the Alpine team. McLaren are in seventh, and Haas are eighth on the magical 300. Aston Martin in ninth, and AlphaTauri, who ran away with the joint constructors last season, down in 10th position at the moment, unfortunately. Then, so there we go. Then that is the constructors, the drivers, and all that kind of jazz sorted, which is fantastic, isn't it? So we've got a bit of rain out there at the moment. We've got Keza, who's thinking about going on to soft tyres. One thing I'll go to complain about, because it is a Sunday, apart from the fact that I have been up almost 12 hours, because about 12 hours ago we was watching the Japanese Grand Prix, weren't we? Goodness me, I've not been up 12 hours straight in a very long time, but we're just watching Indigo in the Red Bull then, and there he is then. Of course, we are using multiplayer cars because of the issue with the update last Monday, I think it was, wasn't it? Which really threw a curveball into the works. Unfortunately, we still have got to use the multiplayer cars, which really upsets me, to be honest, but there we go. But Indigo then, of course, last time we seen Indigo, I think it was in Austria, wasn't it, where he got a fantastic podium, and that was also a sprint race as well, if I'm not very much mistaken there. So very good stuff indeed there for Indigo then, as he comes out of the far turn to start his lap now then. So we're on board with him, going across the grid hatchings, And away we go there. Toy Coin making a second appearance in gold, I think, tonight. And he is the latest driver to be driving the Alpha, driving the AlphaTauri this season. Then he was going to be driving the Ferrari, but he had a quick switch over to the AlphaTauri team. That's a good look to Toy Coin, who's done a magnificent job in the. Let me get me. I think the cables were twisted here. That's the problem. Toy Coin has done a magnificent job in the F2 Championship. Been really good. Toy Coin has in the F2 Championship. Of course, now he's going to try and make a difference for the AlphaTauri team, who are currently struggling in gold at the moment. And we have also got Pillars, who will be driving full-time for the Red Bull team. Unfortunately, stuck in traffic tonight, Pillars is, so hopefully he can make his full-time appearance next week in Zandvoort, which is going to be a great race indeed, isn't it? And the other one, of course, Chapter 10, who we already mentioned there last week. He is a part of the Ferrari team then. So we do have a couple of reserves in here tonight, as well as I'm quickly going through all our driver changes and all that kind of stuff. Jay Higgs is driving tonight. Then, of course, I'm not sure who he's driving for because we haven't got the constructors there, which is a bit difficult. But Jay Higgs is a late driver to come in. So is Nameless as well. So those two drivers coming in for Knowlesy and Milan, who is not driving here tonight. But we also have a debut tonight then for Golden Wolf then. Of course, Golden Wolf then, very interested to see how he does send for Golden Wolf then, because potentially there is rumours abound that Golden Wolf might be the next in line to be in a silver seat then, but I'm not going to steal the thunder of Smithy Almighty, even though I probably already have, but whoops. Jake for the win, Brooks here saying, and love a sprints, Percy is saying, and good luck to everyone, and my main boys, Coop and Choppers. Chappers, Pinhead is saying, and Indigo has done a 53 I haven't even mentioned the qualifying format at the moment then. As German is gone second fastest, and lovely Audi design there from German. Of course, German normally driving in the Alfa Romeo. Well, technically it is Alfa Romeo, isn't it? Albeit, if you're confused, so am I. But of course, the Audi team, the Alfa Romeo team will become the Audi team very soon, won't they? So yeah, it's good stuff indeed there for German. He is thinking a couple of seasons in front then. Jay Higgs is currently fast at the moment now. Mortal in the second. Williams are currently doing well in the constructors there, but unfortunately for Mortal, he is really struggling at the moment out there. Here comes Green in the Haas car as he coming up to the bus stop chicane. And of course, it used to be a bus stop. It is anything but a bus stop now, isn't it? There is Green now very much Russ in that Haas car coming over the grid hatch as well to complete his lap. Then I mentioned about the qualifying format. It is a short qualifying format, standard to how bronze and silver has been this season. The reason why that is because of course it is a sprint event, and I think we got, how many laps around here have we got then? Is it 11 or 12? I can't remember, but that's how much, so that's going to be the sprint, which is going to get very interesting indeed. You get 8 points for the win for the sprint and 1 point for 8 then, and of course the points you get in between count as well. No knockout then, so straightforward into this one. We did have a vote on qualifying, didn't we? As we was going to try and shake it, see if the drivers wanted to shake anything up then, but it was actually cut down the middle, wasn't it? I think in the end it was at 11-9 in terms of full qualifying, and I think the rain has stopped out there. Keza has gone second fastest, while Percy has gone fastest in the Williams car, and I love the fact that Percy's got the beautiful, almost the official livery on there. Of course, he's got the British Grand Prix livery, hasn't he, though, Percy? So hopefully that brings him a bit of luck there. Diggers saying go Equals Rainmaster, hi Sean and Mushroom if he's watching, and hopefully Mushroom's watching, otherwise I'll be devastated. As we go up to Lake Calm as well then. So here's Marky in the Alpine, and of course as alternative colours tonight there for the Alpine team. I wish that all teams had like their alternative livery, so to speak, so that when we did have to use multiplayer cars, it wouldn't look as bad then, would it? I'm not saying that I'm not saying the cars look bad, I'm far from it, but it does make it a bit more difficult, doesn't it, for me? As that means I've got to use my brain, which is very difficult, a thing that I shouldn't be doing on Sunday, definitely. Got Marky then, who's coming out of Stabilo. Is it even called Stabilo now? I don't know, to be honest, but hopefully I'll get there eventually, I'm sure of it. Just watching Marky going through Blanchimont as well then. Now into the bus stop as well, and Troy out on circuit as well in the Mercedes team. As out the bus stop he comes down, even though, and where's Milan? Could he not get past the bus stop? Serious Mushroom is saying then, as we got to Markey going 5th fastest at the moment now. Rain has eased off then, so it might be a bit of a lottery towards the end of this one. Was that someone off? It was Percy off there, and that's in a very, he's hit the wall. There's damage. Oh goodness me, there's debris on the circuit as well, but Percy, who's currently the pole sitter, having issued on there. Percy, who has currently got 11 poles, and his stance is actually beautifully lined up at the moment for Percy. As Troy is just about to finish his lap. No, he isn't. He's still on his lap. It's beautiful stats for Troy then, if you're a bit of an OCD man like myself. But he's had 11 wins, 11 poles, and 22 podiums there for Percy. He's going to get his 12th podium pole position here tonight then. And just flicking it down into Pouillon there. Pouillon is a football player, isn't he? Good gracious me. Here's Troy in the Mercedes then, going a bit wide then into the chicane. Percy currently fast running, as I mentioned, no knockout qualifying tonight. Instead, it is a sprint event. We have got another sprint event in 2 weeks' time after Zandvoort. So really, the drivers are going to be very much in their element now. I must say, I don't really like the sprint as much, but it's still Grand Prix racing. It's still racing, isn't it? And so I cannot quarrel too much about that. Toy Coin in his debut for the AlphaTauri tonight. Then he is in third at the moment. Lovely stuff indeed there for Toy Coin. As we go into the bus stop then, and Troy back into the pits then, and I think that might be because the track is starting to drive quite quickly. We've got drivers already out on soft tyres. I think Gurman and Indigo are the two drivers out on soft tyres. Indeed they are. Here comes Boxtel in the McLaren Mercedes, even though it looks more like an Audi to me. On board now with Boxtel. Of course, making his way up into third in the championship now. Markey has gone fastest by about 100th of a second, less than a 10th of a second moment then. So good stuff indeed there for Markey. A very unlucky drive, but then Boxtel almost, goodness me, well over a second on a bit, then faster than Markey. So he is fastest now in car 74. Liam, he's invalidated his time, Liam, has, so he'll have to come back into the pit lane now. So let's take a look to see what the drivers on the dry tyres are doing. And Coop currently out, and DRS has been enabled then. Gurman, who is who's the first driver around? I think Gurman's the first driver around. It's Nameless coming out the final turn. They were on board with Nameless now, and I can't remember what car Nameless is driving, but he's gone second fastest, Nameless has. Great time indeed then. For Nameless. Second fastest. Well, now, really good stuff indeed. It's the second drive this season. He finished 8th last week, didn't he? So Nameless very much on the money, isn't he there? So just watching. Let's take a look to see what Gurman does. And so Gurman is trying to get as much space as possible by the looks of things. As he looks is there an issue there for Gurman? Let's take a look at the Sauber. The Alfa Romeo Sauber, which should just be known as a Sauber team going forward from season 11 of ALR. Of course, that's 2 seasons away, or a season a bit away. Gurman starting now, then, of course, this season. Whoa, back end is stepping out there for the season 6 champion. Oh goodness me, I've been invited to a party. Yay! Unfortunately, I'm a bit busy at the moment, Nigel, but hopefully I'll speak to you later then. Just watching Terrace West, he's fast but can't stay away from bus stops. It's a long story lap out. Nameless is Merc. I think very much Mushroom. At least someone's paying attention. Look how dry it's got already going up the Kemmel Straight, and Gurman has gone fast there. But once again, the back end is trying to overtake the front end. So Gurman there is very much living on the seat of his underpants here, isn't he? Because that car is, goodness me, look at how life he's got. Goodness me, he is very much like he's like a wrestler sumo there, isn't he? They're going through turn 8. They're incredible for Gurman there. He's very much having a bit of fun as well, isn't he, Gurman? I love it. As we're on board now then. Oh, goodness me, you're brave, isn't he? He's gone wide though for that. It's all right then. That's not caused a invalidation on his time then, so he's still very much carrying on at this stage then. But goodness me, that after the end of the first sector, Gurman was very much wrestling that car, wasn't he? And accelerated now coming out of Porfrere, and now coming out of Stavolo then, of course, 3.5 seconds up then for Gurman and this Alfa Romeo. I'm going to keep saying Sauber, ain't I? Flicking past me into a Blanchimont, let's see then what he can do now then. the moment. Boxtel's fast then, but they have all been on intermediate tires. It's the first dry lap then with 5.5 minutes to go. And German is going to be the man to set the bar. Well, he's not going to set the bar, he's going to lower the bar to a 48.5 then for German. Now, the track is still going to be very greasy. I wonder if German might be filled up to go for another run. There's a low downforce configuration around here. Indigo is gone 2 seconds quicker there in the Red Bull car. So Indigo now into faster one that is currently pole position then for the race itself then. He's living on the edge then. A bit of Aerosmith there for Mushroom. I must admit, I'm quite shockingly, I only know one Aerosmith song, and of course, there's Don't Wanna Miss a Thing when they were singing that Armageddon film, wasn't there? Which must admit, Ben Affleck did make a very interesting point about that film. Wouldn't it have been easier to train the astronauts to drill rather than drill to become astronauts? Coupe has gone faster than the Ferrari with the beautiful Carlos Sainz helmet as well. So Coupe then is currently fastest, but these times are going to tumble in. Here comes Chappers also in the Ferrari, making his second race appearance in the Ferrari. Out of the final turn, Ferrari are currently down in 10th in the constructors. They are currently 1-2 here in Spa at the moment. They do have a rich history in Spa, don't they? Of course, Michael Schumacher clinched his 7th World Championship, didn't he? Really good stuff indeed. However, there is one thing that has really devastated me today. Absolutely horrific news. That apparently Mars Bar are no longer going to be selling in shops, which I hope that's not true. I just read it on one of those Facebook Live pages, which I'll be absolutely devastated if that is the case. And so that has really made me very heartbroken indeed. Even if I'm not sure what I can add tonight, but I'll find something, probably something on strategy. Yes, Tango. I love Tango's technical tips. We've also got Cameron saying, hi, Sean, hi, all racers. Good luck, gold there for Cameron on board with Keza, who is flicking it through the chicane as well. Don't think there's anyone on any milestones tonight, is it? Nigel is starting his 98th Grand Prix in gold tonight. He's 2 away from... He is 2 away from 100 gold starts, and I think only Murphy and Emerson have started 100 Grand Prix in gold history. So Nigel, the first ever champion of ALR, certainly going to be an esteemed company now, isn't he? As Keza's well is wagging like a happy dog then out of the bus stop, fastest there by 4 seconds-ish, give or take. Great time indeed there for Keza. The times are tumbling like a fruit machine here. Here comes Golden Wolf then. Here is Golden Wolf then. I think Golden Wolf is in the Alpine now, and he's done a very good thing here as he's put on the pink livery, which I absolutely love. So good stuff indeed there for Golden Wolf then, as he flicks it through Bon Shimon as well then. Chappers has gone at second fast, and both Ferraris are still second and third, well up there at the moment then, and which will be very useful for them going into the sprint then. Remember that the sprint race, and you still get points for the sprint and for the top 8. Golden Wolf then on his debut for ALR. This is first ever race in ALR, not just for gold. He is currently gone at third fastest there. Great stuff indeed there for the debutant. Magnificent. Boxtel, he is 7 seconds up in the second split time, flicks it underneath me as well, and there he goes. That's it. One more decision he's going to make on this time lap, and that is the decision of where to brake into the bus stop chicane. Yellow flag on the Kemmel Straight is when the driver's recovering, I think. And what about Boxtel breaking down then into third gear? And it's not as good as the old bus stop, is it? Bring back the old bus stop, I'd say. Out of the final turn then for Boxtel, pole position there by about 400ths of a second there. Lovely stuff indeed there for Boxtel in the McLaren Audi partnership here tonight. And we've got a bit of sunshine there, which is creating a beautiful backdrop out there. Chappers, I think, is going to invalidate his time. He's going to give up his time, I should say, and go for it again. Then Nigel, I thought that back end was not compliant there. What about Marky? Marky flicking it past as well. I'm going to stick with Nigel for a minute. A minute to go, 70 seconds to go in his qualifying session. Kez is happy with second position, but I do feel he might be a bit vulnerable up there. Last over the line is going to be pole position. This is going to get very exciting indeed. We're on board now with Nigel then, as we mentioned, on this 98th Grand Prix start tonight here in Belgium. His 100th start is going to be in Monza in 2 races time. Magnificent adulation indeed there from Nigel, but this season has been pretty poor from the former champion, and only 5 points so far in his return back to gold. And of course, he is the silver champion, isn't he? Nigel is there, but he's really struggled on his return back to the highest championship in ALR in gold. Then, unfortunately. So we just got tango conditions akin to a real life section there. Don't we try for realism here? We certainly do. Well, I certainly try anyway. But I'm far from real as it could be. Oh, Nigel's in the pit. So Nigel's abandoned his time and he's called it a day. That is surprising to me, because that time would have very much elevated him up. Nameless is finished, Coop's finished, and Chappers is finished as well. Boxtel's in the pits, and so the top 5 in the running order at the moment has finished. They cannot improve, so there's going to be a lot of times tumbling now. Here's Marky, the first driver, goes third fastest Marky does, and in the Alpine. And can he get some points? And he's down in the bottom half of the championship, mainly due to the unluckiness of this man. The most unluckiest driver on the grid then, isn't he, at the moment? I'm looking for a red car of some kind. Indigo on a lap then. We've got German out there as well. I think who am I looking for? Jay Higgs potentially. No, I think it might be Chaza. It is Chaza in the Alfa Romeo then as he comes into the bus stop chicane. We've got Equals just behind him as well, then accelerates out. Chaza's not set a time just yet. Coming across the line. Pole position for Chaza. He's had 2 before in his career. Can he get a third here tonight? It'll be the longest races between each pole position, I think. Then Equals got across the line. He is currently 5th fastest. The latest, newest Grand Prix winner in ALR with 5th position. Liam Yair's gone 6th in the Haas car. No one is beating Chaz at the moment. No one is beating Chaz, but here comes Troy on board now with the world champion. And it's that Toy Coin I see as well. Out of the final turn then for the Alpha Tari driver. Chrome across the line. Toy Coin 4th fastest there. Here's Troy. What can Troy do? And Troy is pole position then for the Belgian Grand Prix. Indigo goes 2nd fastest there. Wow, what an incredible lap that was. What about Jay Higgs then? And who is that? Immortal across the line, 5th fastest for Immortal. Percy, where's Percy? He's 2nd fastest. Well, then it's still Troy on pole position there. One more has come across the line. I didn't see who that was. So good heavens above. But what I do know is that it is Troy on pole position. The 2nd one of this season then for Troy. That is his first pole position for Troy since Australia. Good heavens above that. But Troy is 2nd pole position of the season there. That is Mercedes' 5th pole position of the season. And Troy's all-time record of pole positions stands at 7 now, doesn't it, there for the world champion? Really good stuff indeed there for Troy. So he might be quite happy at that, I'm sure of it. I'd certainly be happy with that. 64 and 2nd in front of Percy in 2nd position. The 2 championship rivals once again going head to head here in Spa. Goodness gracious me, Indigo. Remember, as we mentioned, the last time Indigo raced, I believe, was actually back in Austria, where he got that superb, podium, didn't he? Can he get another one? 2 in a row there for Indigo. He loves the sprint events, and Chaza and German once again showing the Alfa Romeos how it's done. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Very much up there. 100 races, what a noob, Serious Rush was saying then. Screwed me timing on doing that lap there, Chapter saying, and has Troy been naughty or something? Never mind, Scraps Equals saying Pinhead. What a finish that was, it certainly was. And I'm already glistening then in the very beautiful TV light I've got on in here, since everything else is in the dark, because I'm ginger and I don't like it light. Well, that was pretty intense, wasn't it? Goodness me! As we're now going on to the sprint, I should say, not the race itself. And here tonight, this is going to get very funky indeed in this one. Hopefully, Farf has written down who's in what car tonight, because I forgot to have a look. To be fair, right. But before we do, we're going to have a formation lap first, and I really hope by the time we get to Zandvoort in a week's time, we'll have the official cars back. Of course, the reason why we haven't got the official cars, for anyone who doesn't know, of course, is because of it's only 8 laps, goodness me. It's because, of course, there was an update which basically which ruined the equalness of. Is that a word? No, it isn't. The cars weren't equal. Haas were like 8/10 of a second away, weren't they? And I think Alpha Tire was also quite slow as well. Right, everyone is on the medium tyres apart from the soft shod Golden Wolf and Nameless. Both drivers are reserve drivers. And there you are. Oh, is that beautiful? Sean, thank you very much. Oh, a slip of fiver. I'll slip a fiver to you later on then in your back pocket. Right, Troy, who got pole position there, but now can he start first for the race itself? And this is not a qualified session, and it doesn't count as a pole position. So that is how the stats work in my life. Whether that's right or not remains to be seen. The most successful driver in terms of well, he ain't the most successful driver. He's the most well, he actually is, isn't he? 3 wins out of 4 sprint starts then is Percy there. Magnificent stuff indeed. He's got 25 points in his whole sprint career. With Milan then, who's also had 3 podiums, hasn't he? In 4 starts as well. He's not driving here tonight, unfortunately, Milan isn't, but he's also a very good cookie in the old sprint world. Boxtel has had 1 win in his sprint career with 4 starts and 26 points there. But what about the champion, I hear you ask there? Troy's had 5 starts. This is 6 sprint starts. He's started every sprint that has been available in ALR, but he's not had a win in a sprint in his career yet, but he has had 2 podiums there. He's had a 2nd position as well. So can Troy convert this 1st place into a win? Well, it remains to be seen, but this is going to get very fruitful, I'm sure. Let's go for the grid a bit quick. Nigel currently 20th on the grid. Sloth is 19th there. Nameless in 18th position. 17th is Coop then. I remember Coop both Fridays been at the top of the action there at the end of that. Goodness me, how they fouled the end there. Golden Wolf in 16th. Chappers in 15th. Jay Higgs in 14th. Liam Ye in 13th. Equals in 12th position. Sam Green in 11th there. Markey in 10th. Can he get some points for himself in the Alpine team? 9th is Toy Coin on his 2nd start in gold. His debut for the Alpha Tari. 8th is Keza. 7th position is Boxtel, who's made it into the top 3 for the first time this season. Immortal in 6th position. He's dropped out of the top 3. He's down in 4th now. Gurman is 5th there. He got some good points last time out for Gurman. Can he build on that? Chazza in 4th. 3rd is Indigo. Can he get another podium then? 2nd position is Percy. Can he extend in the championship? And what about Troy as well then? There is Percy. And look behind. There's Indigo. That'd be a beautiful shot if we had Troy in the picture as well, because that will be the shot of the season because the battle has been definitely between Troy and Percy. The lights are on then. We're on board with 2nd. Troy has the advantage going into turn 1 because he has the inside and he has pole position. It's lights out for the sprint and it's going to be fast and frantic then going down into last source. And look at this, and there's a Williams. I'm not sure if that's a Williams in the background of Immortal getting really boxed down. That's a spinner. That's Chazza, who has been spun on the opening lap here, and Chazza's great pole, great qualifying has come to naught there. That's a shame then as we go through Eau Rouge and Radion. And here's Percy then already using the slipstream as they come up into the top of Lake Com then. Percy takes the lead already there. It's a great start for the championship leader. And now we got Indigo up into 2nd position there. Indigo out there. Troy and Indigo going side by side there. That's contact then. Troy's down into 3rd. And what about Gurman having to sniff on to 4th position as well? Oh my goodness gracious me then. But Percy, perfect start there. Indigo in 2nd there in the Red Bull. Troy in 3rd. He's dropped down 2 positions there. That is the point and challenge for starting 1st here in Spa. It's just it's a slipstream effect all the way up into Lake Com there. And at the top of the hill, Gurman in 4th and Keza up 3 positions. Toy Coin up 3 as well. The Alpha Tari team, lovely something. They've all even correlated hit their cars. I love that. Markey in 7th there, Equaz in 8th there, Immortal. We sit in box, didn't we, going into last source. He is down into 9th position, the Williams driver, and he's having a bit of a tough time as of late in the 2nd Williams. Jay Higgs in 10th position, Liam Ye 11th, Green in 12th, 13th is Nameless, Nigel's up 6th position as well, Boxtel down into 19th position now, Chazza down into 20th then. Both drivers have had a difficult start, and Golden Wolf then is dropped down into 19th position as well. Gap at the front then, we have not got that just yet, have we? Accelerates out then and across the line then to complete lap 1 then. We've only got 8 laps around here then, but Percy leads then. Of course, first run across the line then. He is, we've already got about a 2nd in hand already. DRS will be enabled at the end of the 2nd lap there, of course. Now is I think in the real life sprint then we have got in the real life sprint, I think it is actually after 1 lap, isn't it? But we haven't got that on this game yet. As we go up the hill again, then Marquis up into the points, and he's all over the back of the two AlphaTauris, who are currently 5th and 6th. They need these points. The AlphaTauri team does say Finn, pretty disappointed in gold this season. They are the defending constructors champions, aren't they? AlphaTauri, but they have really not been showing they've really not showed the pace of the constructors champions this season. I think Marquis are on board with now in the pink Alpine car. It's in 7th position at 3 positions at this moment then. Surely it does count. It's not a reserve. It's not a reverse grid. Then, Sarah Special said. I think in regards to pole position, I think the pole position counts if it's in qualifying, but it doesn't count if it's a sprint. If that makes sense. So, of course, I think that's my logic. Troy is through, passes Indigo. No, he isn't, and he's Indigo back through. Then there's a bit of a queue starting to form behind the man who's second at the moment. Nigel's dropped behind Chaperson in 14th and 15th. Troy was through, but now he's unfortunately dropped back behind Indigo then, which is allowing Percy to absolutely sprint away. Then Percy going for his 4th sprint race win in 5 races. He is the master of the sprint at the moment, isn't he? Troy, he needs to get past Indigo. He'll have DRS on this lap then, going up the Kemmel Straight at the top of Lake Com. Percy is setting up fast out race. He's on the soft medium tires. So we need to check to see the drivers are on soft and their progress at the moment. Chaz are right at the back of the field then. Nightmare start for Chaz. So remember, this is how they will start the race as well. How you finish the race in the sprint is how you start the race itself then. Good luck, lads, and Pinhead saying, Troy and Indigo will be arguing in their party. As Chaz has retired from the session there. Now we've got Troy then all over the back, and Troy is past. He is up into 2nd position. The champion is here, and has he got the pace to get after Percy? The trick now is for Troy. Has he got the pace and to break the DRS? And there's 2 DRS zones around here on the start-finish straight and on that Kemmel Straight as well. Indigo then, he needs to break that 1 second barrier then if he wants to get rid of that DRS, and hopefully he can then focus on Percy. He had the pace in qualifying, didn't he? Albeit he had 1 shot in qualifying and he made it work. Both him and Percy, great qualifying attempts there. Of course, Chaz out of the race, and unfortunately a nightmare race there for Chaz. German currently in the Alfa Romeo, then in 4th position. I'm trying my best not to call it an Audi. There he is at the moment now, the season 6 champ now. German is there as of course I think he was the last of the. No, he wasn't, actually. I was going to say he was the last of the O-Gen car champions, but that was danger times, wasn't it? Goodness me. Time flies when you're having fun. And there is Percy. You had a flash of Percy. He's still in this race at the moment, but he's only 2 seconds up the road from these gaggle of cars here. Marquis back on board with now in 7th position, helping to get past one of the AlphaTauris. Sloth all over the back end. The 2 McLarens right at the back of the field at the moment. Then is Sloth in the beautiful Monaco livery McLaren. Then we're on board with now with Sloth. We haven't seen much of Sloth then. He didn't take part in qualifying on the outside, passes Nigel, and up into 15th position there for Sloth. He's had a very good return to ALR this season, hasn't he? So Nigel and Boxtel going side by side through La Source. I think that Boxtel now up into 60th position. Nigel's not going to be too happy with that then, so he's all over the gearbox now of Boxtel. And look how close he is. They're going through Eau Rouge and Radium now. Look at that as he's at the top of the hill. Then there's a peak over that top of the hill, and he's got DRS and he's got a slipstream there, but so is Boxtel. He's got DRS and the slipstream as well, which may help him here. So Nigel's going to have to back off and think about maybe try and get a different part of that potentially. Oh, now that's a start from Tango saying that's a start from Percy. That was very much Vettel-esque. It really was, wasn't it? Brilliant driving indeed then for Percy there. 4 laps ago, Nigel's got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, showing down the order at the moment. Stappen-esque there, Serious Mushroom is saying then, come on, Nigel, so dominant and silver. Diggers is saying that Nigel is really struggling, hasn't he, in gold then. I'm not sure if it's this. Nigel's dropping down, unfortunately, down to 17th now. Nigel just really struggling, isn't he, with these 2023 cars there. Can't put my finger on what it is there. It's Nigel's really strong with, because there's a lot of difference with the handling, isn't there? But goodness me, I didn't think that Nigel would be struggling this much at this stage of the championship. Unfortunately, it's not good at all there. And just watching and Keza having a sniff at German. German is starting to harvest there, isn't he? That red light might be like a red like a red flag to a raging bull then, albeit it's an Italian bull in terms of the AlphaTauri, isn't there? But at the moment, though, the AlphaTauri team are currently doing a very good job in 5th and 6th position. Toycoin in a very strong 6th, but Markey is getting very restless behind there. Look at this, so we've got a massive DRS train then, right from Troy has finally broke that DRS now, and that is going to really hinder Indigo here, and this could help German get past as well. Indigo doing a great job in terms of qualifying, and back on board now with the Sauber, Alfa Romeo on the inside, track position at the top of the hill, and Indigo having to yield. That German was coming through like a freight train now, and nothing was stopping him there. Was it fantastic indeed there? But Indigo there still in a good range of points, and he's still on course for 5. He got 4th position in the Austrian sprint race a few weeks ago, didn't he? So Indigo be still very happy. This is some good points there for Indigo in the Red Bull team then. And that Audi is stunning, serious much from saying. It really is, isn't it? I'm looking forward to see what the official Audi livery is going to be like when they do come into F1. And who's out there up there? That's Aquaz having a look on the inside of Markey. He is through. Immortal then is really struggling there, isn't it? Goodness me. And Markey down into 8th, but he's gone from attack to defence there. He was all over the back of Toycoin, but now Markey is really struggling there. Is there something wrong? Is that damage there? Did I see damage on the wing? And Immortal also struggling as well. Look at that, and Liam, trying to get past that. There's damage on the end plate there, Markey. Where is he? He's had issues there, the Alpine driver has. And this is a horror show for Alpine. And now we got Keza getting past Indigo, and there he goes then. And what about Immortal Liam? Yeah, goodness me, it's Immortal there jumping around ever so slightly there. It looks like his ping's a bit on the blink there. Why is Boxer so far back? What did I miss then? I think he had issues at the start, didn't he? I didn't see it either, but him and Chazza was similar in the grid there, but unfortunately both are dropping down to near the back of the field. And Jay Higgs carrying the length finish there. Of course, Reservant Knight doing a great job indeed. Markey is going to be having a very a sinking feeling now, isn't he? So is German, because look, Kez is now on the podium here in the sprint. He is through, up into third. Kez is flying. And what about Toycoin up the inside? Having a look there, but Indigo breaking so much later there. Goodness gracious me, I think the Toycoin thought better of it. Liam is still behind Markey then, but this is not what, oh goodness me, this is not what Liam needs. He needs to get past quickly. Immortal's having a sniff there, down at turn 8 there. Goodness gracious me, and now we go downhill here in here in Spa. That is goodness me, that the real Audi will be grey and boring. Oh, Jake's got a 3-second penalty there. To be honest, I kind of hope it's a bit more because they had like a chromium effect, didn't they, in Le Mans? I think. I can't remember what they had in Formula E though. I think you are right, that much. I'm sure it was grey. We got Jay Higgs dropping down the order there. He's lost out 2 positions there, Jay Higgs out there. That is the problem in this one, isn't it? If you make one mistake, look at how much time. 2 seconds Mark he has lost, and that is how much points of downforce he has lost with the damage on the front nose cone here. So Markey is going to be potentially a proverbial sitting duck here into the bus stop as well. And Liam, is a bit too far back. Goodness me. Oh, what's happened there? There's all kinds of shenanigans. Oh, contact there with Nameless, but who is that off? And that is Boxtau. Boxtau's got damage there, goodness me, and he was very much on a high after his performance last time out in Hungary and getting his 3rd Grand Prix win of the season, but unfortunately for Boxtau, it is gone, and he's out of the sprint here. Boxtau and Chazza, who was involved in some first corner shenanigans. That is a big blow indeed. 3 abreast there, and Indigo, and it's Indigo, German, and Toycoin now. Toycoin up into 4th position. The Alfa Romeo team are going to be jumping for joy in the pit box, and that's a fantastic result so far. We still got a couple more laps to go. We got 2 more laps to go around here, so it's not all done and dusted yet. But Toycoin and Keza, fantastic stuff indeed. Really, really well done there from the Alfa Romeo team. I've been up for too long. The AlphaTauri team, brilliant stuff indeed. But Indigo down in 5th position. German down in 6th as well. Unfortunately, German seems to be losing spots as well. I thought when he get past Indigo, I thought he was going to be, hunted down Troy, but that has certainly not been the case, has it? There for the season 6 champion on board now with German. He does not have to look back then. He's only going to be looking forward then. Indigo might have a chance on the final lap then. Up the Camel straight then to retake those positions. He does have a 3-second penalty, which at the moment would drop him down to 7th. Marquis is going to be actually helping Indigo here. May be able to claim 7th position there. And going into the bus stop there. What about Marquis? And what, goodness gracious me. And who's that then? Look at Sam Green there going right, going very wide there to the bus stop. He's not been able to claim back that 10th position there. Now Chapper's doing a great drive as well. Up into 11th position, Chapper's. It's great stuff indeed there in the Ferrari. That great driving there. But look, Green is on the outside then. Chapper's is on the inside. Is Green going to get a better run then? He certainly does. So we've got some wheel-to-wheel action there. Over the getting past the Formula 2 pit, paddock and pit, whatever it is, and as we go up into, look at this, and here comes German there, he's going for it, he's having a look there, through up into 5th position, German's gone wide then, Indigo back through, German knows he'll have the position because of the penalty that Indigo's got, as Marquis dropping down the order. What's happened? Marquis spun the wrong way round, that he's held up for so long with the damage there, but Marquis is going to be starting down near the back of the field there. Remember, this is also fighting for where you're starting on the race, on the grid as well for the race itself. Coming up in just a jiffy on the final lap then is Indy Mortal. Who am I talking about? I don't know. Chapper's got 3-second penalty. That's crucial in the way he's going to finish here. Now we got Sloth all over the back as well as we come down to Puyol once again. Then Jay Higgs on the inside of Nameless. He's passed and up into contact. Oh, that's going to be a big smash then, and somehow Nameless avoids it, keeps it at the wall. My goodness me, that's much better than what Giovinazzi did when there's contact around the back in 2019 or something like that. Sloth in 12th position, but got 2 penalties right up in front of us here. My goodness gracious me! And whilst there's all action going on behind at the front there, it's all very nice and easy for Percy, who extends his lead in the championship. That is his 4th sprint race win in 5 races. He wins the sprint now, and wow. It is Percy's sprint, isn't it, at the moment? Fantastic indeed there. 4 sprint wins in 5 starts is pretty impressive indeed there. And the top 8 there, just and the penalty just being applied there on the left-hand side. That is your grid order for the race coming up in just a minute then. But what an incredible sprint that was there. But it's Percy Perfect then here tonight so far then, as he has got the sprint race win under his belt then. And wow, magnificent stuff indeed there. That is his 4th sprint race win in 5 races. Wow, Mike, that is an incredible ratio indeed. Magnificent, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Let's take a look at the classification then from the sprint. So Percy there got past Troy on the opening section there, didn't he? Used the slipstream, got past as Tango and Mushroom said. Vettel and Max Verstappen then from Percy, brilliant driving then and taking his full sprint race of his career. Second position was Troy today. He's never won a sprint still, Troy hasn't, the champion, and he's also lost out another point back now to Percy in the championship. Kez, a great drive to 3rd then. Same with Toycoin in 4th. Alpha Tari need that result then, and they have certainly elevated themselves with those 2 drivers. That's looking good. 5th position, German might be disappointed to be 5th in the end. And Equals made his way from 12th to 6th. Great driving. Indigo, that 3-second penalty has cost him. Liam Ye getting that final point 8 position as well. Sloth from 19th to 9th. Great drive there. Immortal down to 10th. And with Green 11th. Coop in 12th. Chappers in 13th. Chaz has left the session there, which I think is the problem there, why we wasn't timing down then. Higgs in 14th position. Nameless in 15th. But luckily that Nameless didn't get damaged there from that incident down at Puyol there. Marquis in 17th, damages dropped him down there. Nigel in 18th position there. Boxstyle and Chazza, both incidents at the beginning of the race, they're both retired from the sprint as we now go on to the Grand Prix itself. Marshall would say the real Audi would be grey and boring then, or chrome and red. I don't mind chrome and red. I do miss that McLaren chrome and red. I love that McLaren. Don't blame him. He only had a lap to go. Serious much as saying in regards to Boxer. Look how grey it is out there for the Grand Prix. In regards to the incident with Boxstar, just calling it a day. Green forgot he had a break there. I need to take note of the strats, so no safety car, please. Got shoved wide. Chappers did reason why I got a 3-second penalty. It is what it is. You got this, Chappers, then. I'll try then as well. Hopefully we get Chappers back in then, as we now, goodness me, let me quickly get rid of all this goomph I've got in the old notifications. Ooh. So we're just waiting for the players in, and then we go for 22 laps then around this race. And well, fortunately, then tomorrow night, by the way, let's just have a quick plug, shall we? We do love a cheeky plug. Is of course sent. I need to turn my notifications off. Don't I? Really shocking behaviour. Of course, tomorrow night it is silver. Unfortunately, you've got this ginger buffoon, Buffon. No, that's a goalkeeper, isn't it? Buffoon. No. I don't know. But you've got this ginger fool. Knowlesy is enjoying himself in Morocco at the moment. I hope he's having a good time in Morocco then, of course. So, and then you've got me for bronze as well. No F2 this week, Des. We've got a break, but F2 will be back in action week after next. And so do not go anywhere, folks. It's going to be a cracker. I have no doubt about that. But yes, but we do have sprint events then for gold, silver and bronze this week then, which could really turn the championship on its head then. But Percy there is very peerless at the moment, isn't he? There, absolutely marched up. We got all tyres represented in the range here. Soft, medium and hard. Box tire on the hard tyres. Toy coin on the hard. Soft tyres then for Keza, for Gurman, for Liam, for Immortal, for Nameless and for Chaza. Chaz is not in his car at the moment there. Medium tyres for the rest of the grid then. And we got far all week as well. Goodness me, that's never a good thing, is it? Chaz 20 from the grid. I hope he can get back in the session. 19th is Boxed Out. Boxed Out's incredible race last time out. Then looks like it's going to really put him back on the back foot here, though, isn't there? With a disappointing sprint so far, and he's got a lot of overtaking to do. Luckily, around here, it is not too difficult. There are going to be some DRS trains, though. 18th position is Nigel, then just lacking pace as he is. Diggers is saying, "Come on, Nigel, where's that pace from Silver last season?" The first era champion and 98th Grand Prix start tonight for Nigel. Goodness me, I think then that means he is only. I'm sure then that he is only 10 away from the all-time record, which is set by Murphy of 108 Grand Prix starts in gold. I think, don't quote me on that. But he's 18th at the moment. Marky damaged there at the end of the sprint. It cost him dramatically down in 17th. Second Alpine in 16th position as well of Golden Wolf on his full debut tonight for ALR. Nameless in 15th in the Mercedes. 14th is Jay Higgs there in a car I'm not sure about. 13th is Chappers in the Ferrari. 12th is the second Ferrari Coupe. Then both Ferraris currently down 12th and 13th. They need a good points finish today. The 11th position is Sam Green now. Immortal in 10th. 9th is Sloffin. Great recovery drive there from Sloff in the sprint to get himself right up to 9th. Can he get some points from there? I think he can. Liam in 8th position there. Indigo in 7th position there. Hopefully he loves the sprint events, doesn't he? Can he get some more? Can he get some more points? Can he get another podium? The last race he started, he did get a podium. 7th. 6th is Equals there. Of course, Equals once again showing the measured approach is certainly working. 5th position, season 6 champion Gurman. Toy Coin on his full start for the AlphaTauri team. They are loving him, and he is loving them. He's in 4th. Keza, another late driver in the AlphaTauri, also turning that team's fortunes around magnificently. 2nd position, the world champion Troy. Can Troy do what Percy did to him in the sprint then? With Percy on starting first on this grid then. Tour de Morocco, I'm half of there, but more continental than Ted in that respect. Then, are you in Morocco? Or are you Tango? As we're just waiting for the lights to come on, then Chaza is gone. We're racing here, and let's go then. And we're on board with Percy going into last source. As Troy is staying on the outside, then Percy is going. It's got the measured approach. Oh, Troy also back end snapping there as they now go. As there's a rush going through Eau Rouge and Radio then up into the Camel. That we got for 5 cars here. They're 2-1. They're going to go here. They're between Equals and Liam. Yeah, magnificent driving from both drivers. How did they get through there? It's incredible. And look at the slipstream. Then it's all over the show here on board with Equals. And as they're looking left, they're looking right. Then it's Immortals up in 7th position now into Lake Com. Oh, contact there. But they have all carried on there. And who's on the outside? That's Indigo up into 8th position there. Percy has kept this lead. And now is the crucial part of this one so far. Percy has passed the first test and has kept the lead against Troy, the champion. slot back up into ninth position then at this moment, so he's recovered to where he started. Liam, unfortunately, has lost 2 positions as we go down into Puyol for the first time. Coop up at 1 position and Sam Green down 1 position. Goodness gracious me, what is it? The cars all over the show here. Nigel, look left. Nigel's on the outside, and there's a car, and there's Nameless, and on the inside there goes Marky. Nameless being hung out to Troy. Troy has taken the lead. Then what's happened? Percy has lost that, and Troy has taken the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Goodness sake, gracious me, as we flick it through Blanchable as well. Toy Coin has lost out because Equals is through as well. There he goes. And here comes Immortal as well. Immortal needs to get it steady his ship then. He has had some issues so far. And Percy's all over the back then. Immortal's up the inside to the bus stop chicane. Magnificent. But now got the inside then is Toy Coin having a look. Oh, a bit of wheel banging there then. That one completed the gap. It's 3/10 second. 22 around here then. Who's in the pits? And Nameless is off the circuit there. What's happened there to Nameless? He has spun the car. He's at the back of the field. Sloth has moved up a position as well, and he's up into 8th position. There's Carnage here, and flicking it past me as well. Toy Coin's had a terrible start. He's down 5 positions, then back on board the Alpha Tower as well. Through Radion and Rouge, and look at this, and lovely shot indeed there. Troy has lost the lead there because Percy is back in the lead there. Mortor's out of 5th position as well. The 2 Williamses are flying out there at the moment, up the top of Lakecombe. Troy in 2nd, and Keza 3rd, German 4th, and Mortal 5th, and with Aircraft in 6th position, and Liam and Coop have swapped position as well. They've oh goodness me, I've knocked my headset off. They have swapped positions, and haven't they? Has come down into turn 8. Yellow flag then. Nigel out of the race. That's a safety car, a VSC then. And what's happened there? I think the Chaz has seen this. Oh goodness me, Fernando Alonso crashed there, didn't he, in the wet in 2010. Nigel out of the Grand Prix, and the miserable season for Nigel continues in ALR Gold this season. What a shame for Nigel there, goodness me. Hats off to Nigel though for sticking with it, because a lot of drivers this season haven't been able to stick with it, so really good stuff indeed there for Nigel. But he is just, I think that the man is going to be particularly fed up with the Aston Martin this season. On board a person, the VSC is up. This is going to help Troy, I think. Anyway, he's out of DRS, but do ignore those gaps at the moment, because the gaps are a bit more. Marky's got a drive through penalty. Of course, if you try and get the jump on the VSC there, if you're remotely over by an inch on the Delta, that is it. You get a drive through, don't you? There, it's quite brutal. Like it's Marky has been caught short, unfortunately, and it's got a drive through penalty, which has all but ended his challenge. I think, this race, unless he gets a full safety car in this one. Marshall doesn't want a full safety car, does he? Of course, because he wants to know what the strategy is going to be. Oh, Tango's head is half Moroccan. Well, that's fantastic. There, I love that. So I hope you have told Nancy about the sights and scenery then of Morocco. Then, so we flick up the brow of the hill then over Radion. DRS has now been enabled then, but Troy is just in that DRS range, but he's going to be looking backwards and forwards then, as Percy is currently aiming for his 4th Grand Prix win of the season for Troy in pretty fine vessel this season. Percy, I should say. Percy's been in pretty fine vessel. Side-by-side action there. It's the top of Lake Calm here between Coop and Liam. Liam is in a 10th position, but Coop is very much filling it in that sandwich there in 11th position, because we've got Green, who is just in the second half in 12th position there. But I think Liam, then Coop getting very close, very cozy. This is the battle for the final points paying position of the race at the moment now. Even though with Marky's drive for penalty, he's only 4 seconds away from Nameless there, but Nameless is 6 seconds away from Chazu. I don't think Chazu is in this race, I don't think, at the moment now. At least no one can report him. He's Nameless. I love it. Goodness gracious me. Seems like Percy, that straight line speed is actually a Williams, an incredible amount of overspeed. DRS cat and mouse, I expect to start then with the other drivers. This is all about the it's going to be tactics now, isn't it? But Percy almost out of DRS range already out of DRS range. Look at that, that is a Coop going for the switcheroo, but unfortunately he was wrongly positioned there, wasn't he, the Ferrari driver, and he's had to stay back from Liam Young as they come over the grid hatches as well. Then to start lap 4, going up the inside into last source is Coop. Then it's not really an overtaking opportunity normally, and I don't think it was going to be there, but I think Coop may have hurt his exit out of there, which means he's now going to be looking in the wing mirrors with the second Haas there. So he's got 2 Haases there, one in front, one in the back there. Well, I think the answer to that is that Troy is now lost out to Keza. Keza now into second position. Great drive from Keza. Coop is now into 11th. Look at Green now. He is flying now. He is now up into 11th position. Make that 10th late contact there. Green is through, and Coop there is dropped down the order. And Liam is going to be on the... No, listen, that's Boxtel on the inside. Where did he come from? He's now into a 12th position. Is he Boxtel? No, make that 11th there. Look at the oversteer on that McLaren there. My word there. But Boxtel... Oh, it's that Billick Wall contact there. But Boxtel is through over to 11th. And Coop down into 12th there. My word there. Because Boxtel a nightmare sprint now. But he's now up to 11th position. Now Boxtel, he's up 8 positions so far in this one. My word, fantastic. Remember that, so I keep forgetting now, I need to remember this, and that some drivers are on the soft tires, some drivers are on the hard tires, some drivers are on the medium tires. Keza is one of those drivers on the soft tires, along with Gurman, so they need to make hay whilst the sun is shining now, albeit it's not really shining, is it, at the moment, as it is very overcast. So we had rain in qualifying. I'm not sure if we got any rain forecast in the race there, but that is the beauty about Grand Prix racing. We never know. Let's take stock. We're on lap 4. As Indigo has got past Immortal, and Immortals have got retaken him now. What is let's take a look at this. Is what's occurring, and look at this though. But I think that now Indigo has actually got that position, and Sloth is now up into 7th position now in that beautiful McLaren Monaco livery. I say into the pits comes Liam Yeh. So has Liam Yeh had issues then, or is that a strategical call then? Let's go in the pit. Is a strategical call then? Liam Yeh going for a major overcut here. Back with his battle here then, as can Immortal retake the position then? Immortal has really struggled, hasn't he, as of late then? Has really struggled as of late, hasn't he? He started the season so well. Coop got past, has got back past Boxstad at the moment. Boxstad is going much longer in this race. Look at Jay Higgs there, absolutely wresting the car up to Lake Cobb. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then here's Boxstad now back behind the Ferrari of Coop. He would like to have kept that position because Coop, I think, is a bit slower. Golden Wolf out of the... Oh gosh, that's the same place as Nigel. That is a safety car because the car is completely destroyed on the inner parts of the circuit there, and Nigel and Golden Wolf the same place there. Remember I said about Fernando Alonso crashing there back in 2010. Now Nigel and Golden Wolf has got that accolade then from season 9 of ALR. Unfortunately both out of the race, and safety car. Now what are the drivers going to do? We've got medium, softs and hards out there. I'm surprised if I'll see the hard tyres coming to the pits. Let me go to the comments so I sound smart. Interesting to see how these softs perform there from Serious Russian. Liam has gone double hard, I think. Not too long then, Camera said. Hearing that the soft at this stage of the race is not the most desired tyre for some, then safety car would help there for Tango. And goodness me, and asking you shall receive. All of them are in the pits, and is it going to be the hard tyres then, do you think then? As I'm hoping that Tango and Mushroom are typing their answers as we speak. Then Percy are on board with the championship leader in the pits down there. And look, Toy Coin has taken the lead then in his first ALR race as an AlphaTauri driver. My goodness me. Formula 2 or Formula 1, this man is talented. I love it. Percy coming out of the pits now then in the Williams car. Where is he going to come out then? He's going to be out in front. That is important. That is important. He is second there. So he's got one car between himself and the lead then. It is all falling into place now for Percy. Troy is now lost out maybe to that tyre advantage there because the soft runner of Keza would have had to come to the pits earlier on, wouldn't he? Gerben, so everyone that came into the pits, and apart from the first, third and fourth position cars. Liam Young 15th there. Chazza, who's now on the soft tyres. I don't think Chazza's in this race, is he? Golden Wolf has left the session now. We have got Serious Russian. For God's sake, now I'll never know. Serious Russian's not happy about that. Keza, you are washed then. He's currently in 5th position now. Well, I hope he has had a wash then, but of course that was a lovely message there from Crypto Alibi then. As in the moment, he is in 5th position, isn't he now? So I got to say, he is pretty formidable at the moment, isn't he? What's the opposite of washed? Dirty, I don't know. Unwashed? I'm not sure. Whatever the case may be, washed or not, Kez is in 5th position at the moment. We've got I beat Toycoin F2. So can I be talented too, please? Serious Russian, you're very talented, my good sir. A Grand Prix winner in silver. Remember, Mushroom is the reason that Haas have got the record still, the most wins in a row in silver and all of ALR. I think that how many wins they have in a row? Eight races, and they would have had 9. They would have gone into double figures like Red Bull, the Haas team would have been, but unfortunately, Serious Mushroom. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending if you're a Haas fan or not, stopped that record, didn't he? As he won in Japan in fine style, didn't he? Mudded. Thank you very much. So Kez has mudded then, while the moment he is in 5th. So we're not doing too bad at all then. Safety car's out at the moment, and I think safety car's going to stay out then. It's a shame, really, because I would like the safety car to come in then. Everyone is on the hard tyres now, apart from Chazza. Unfortunately, we have to ignore Chazza, not because I don't want, not because we don't like Chazza, it's far from it, but he's not in this race. So Chazza is technically not there at the moment. Hopefully he'll get back in pronto. Medium tyres then for Coop, who did not come in, which I was quite surprised by Coop not coming in, to be fair. I thought that everyone who was not on the hard, I thought everyone who was on the hard tyres had stayed out, and everyone not on the hard tyres would have come into the pits then. But Coop currently in 3rd position at the moment then. Shalom, 2 pillars. Good evening, 2 pillars. Chaz has definitely been aggressive here. Needs to get those moves done quickly. I hope Chaz is in this race, because then that would really make it a very interesting second half race. But I'm sure he's a ghost at the moment, isn't he? He is at the moment, isn't he, Chaz? Which is a shame, isn't it, for him and the Alfa Romeo team, because they was both sitting on the grid then in the sprint of 4th and 5th positions. So that's a bit of a shame then. Oh, didn't know he was AI then, Tango Senya. But it's a shame then, really, because if Chaz wasn't AI, we would have been very much focused on him as well. Evening, Sir traffic down then, of course, Pillars was got caught up in the old traffic, unfortunately, didn't he? So Toycoin needs to win. Of course, this is Toycoin's second race of his career in ALR Gold then. Toycoin, who of course his best result, well, he's not finished the race in Gold yet, as he Toycoin has in there, but that's a bit of an unfair start, because he has not, he's only ever done one race, hasn't he? I mean, if you tally up the amount of DNFs I did in my ALR career, after one race, then you'd also get the same start, really. However, I am a very proud owner of a podium in Mexico. However, I think that in that race that basically I looked into that podium because everyone had penalties and I was too slow to get a penalty. So there you go. That's my racing experience. That's why I am banned forever from setting foot in a Formula 1 car in ALR or in any other racing category for that matter, to be fair. Unfortunately. Right, anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Alright, well, hopefully we can get on with it when Bert Melander decides to turn off his lights, get back into the garage, and we can get going as well. Right here then. Where was I? Evening, Sir Mushroom. I don't love Belgium. Don't I love Belgium? I am gutted then. Great comments from Golden Wolf. Thank you very much. I read that comment out intentionally because you know. No, thank you very much, Golden Wolf. And very good, Davey as well, Golden Wolf. I think you're in Racing Silver tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. I really can't wait to see you in action in silver tomorrow. Normally it'd be Knowlesy, but luckily for me, Knowlesy's in Morocco, so it's all fun for me. We've also got hello from Kaz. Right, good evening to you, Kaz. And sad I binned it, Golden Wolf said, but good practice for tomorrow. Great training, Golden Wolf, and Troy for P1 for Slayer, same person looks quick tonight. We gone? We've gone! Yes, here we go then. Toycoin has gone. He has dropped the hammer, and away we go then. Of course, we had some shenanigans under the safety car in Hungary with silver last week, didn't we? Which was interesting. But of course, it's your prerogative how you want to drop the hammer. But now we're racing then. You cannot overtake until the start-finish line or the safety car one line then. But Toycoin needs to with Percy in second position. Who is that? Coop is already lost out because Boxtel's trying to get through. And look at that, Keza and Troy are also fighting for position as well. Here comes Boxtel. Look, the gap is already a second then. Percy is all over the back then. Percy's going to take the lead. over Toy Coin, and look at this, he's all over the back, he's going this way and that way. Percy goes throughout the position and takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Boxtel is through, but look at, there goes Keza, and Keza, look at that then, and Boxtel, goodness me, not giving him an inch there on the outside, but Boxtel still through. There's that Troy has got past Coop as well, to fifth position. And Coop, unfortunately, on the very old medium tyres now. Coop decided not to count the pits, and I'm wondering if he doesn't like the hard tyres at all, because I'm surprised he didn't count the pits. But maybe Ferrari are rolling the dice here with maybe another safety car in the not too distant future. Then so let's see how this one goes then for Coop. Then back on board the world champion and Troy down in fifth position now, but he's all over the back of Keza. Boxtel is not pitted, nor is Toy Coin either, who is directly in front of him. So this is an opportunity now for Troy to get back up into second position. Now Percy's already 2 seconds up the road. Percy is in a commanding position at the moment in the world championship and also in this race as well. And he's in a rich run of form. Look at this, so they come out of Paul Frere, which I think Paul Frere, I'm not sure, but German's got past Coop. There he is, there he goes, Indigo through as well. Oh my goodness me, wow, how do they get past there? It's beyond me. Very good bravery indeed there. We go up into the bus stop chicane. On the outside goes Buckstar, but Toy Coin is having none of it there. Buckstar trying to slip on the inside here out of the bus stop chicane, and we have not got DRS yet, and we got Freer right then going down into La Source. And who's got the source? Who's got the source, I should say, my word. Oh, we got some bumping and grinding and everything like that. Goodness me, it's not past the watershed yet. Boxtel second, Keza in third position, Toy Coin is out in fourth phase. He's going to be the rear gunner for his teammate here. Up to Overrouge and Randy on this one, and I'm going to have to sit down because I'm running all over the place. Magnificent. Troy up in the fourth position. Good race of the line. Brilliant racing. Fantastic racing. Superlative. Now can Keza get up into second position at the top of lane comp? He's done it on the outside. Magnificent drive in there. Superb. Sit back and enjoy, because that was absolute a figure of beauty. And Troy having a look at box on the two adversaries going wheel to wheel. Oh, as Troy desperate to get past, because look at Kez, it's already 6/10 of a second up the road, as Troy's Mercedes getting a bit grubby there. This of course, we have all kinds of elements here in Spa. Contact between Bob Boxtel and Troy, goodness me, that would have been an airplane crash if they had issues going down into Pouillon as well. I'm now going up into the chicane, and on the outside there's Boxtel, and he's not giving up that's his prerogative, but Boxtel's going to have to give way now. Wow, incredible. Now Indigo is going on the inside, and Boxtel's been caught short there, and he's also been forced out wide then. Oh gosh, and German's gone to the back, and there's debris. German's off the circuit, and unfortunately he went straight to the back of Boxtel. Sloth up into fifth for sixth finish there. Can he go with the fifth? And there's cars all over the show here. Oh my goodness me, into Blanchimont as well, and my word then, they're very lucky that there isn't a big incident there, and Equaz on the inside, then Sloth's going to go on the inside onto his teammate, remember. My word, then, and also a mortal involved as well. Oh gosh, my word then. Oh, what's happening up here now? It says more contact between the two McLarens. My word. And, I thought there might have been a gentlemanly agreement here. Look at that, German. I think that's major damage for German. German has got past these drivers, I think. No, he hasn't. He's still in seventh position. I don't even know where everyone is. Over the top of the hill again, then this time Sloth has got the DRS and now punching the hole in the air here. And my word, then look at this train of cars. Troy is up into second now. It is the biggest box now with no DRS in it going. And I think that is that German. Yes, it is German with no wing there, unfortunately. Immortal cannot get past it on their box out down in ninth position. Chaos here in Belgium. This is an opportunity for someone to really strike now. I wonder if someone might come into the pit side. I wonder if Toy Coin may figure out coming in the pit side, because this is quite a hazardous to your health here, isn't it? Now Toy Coin going up and under German. That is a mighty blow for German. That's both Alfa Romeos having nightmare races today after a superb qualifying performance. Coop back up into 10th position now. German dropping like a stone now. He's the meat in the Ferrari sandwich there. And there's Jay Higgs there on the inside there. Oh goodness me, it's getting a bit tight again in the chicane. My word, that was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, so there's a lot of words that's being thrown around in the comments at the moment there, isn't it? My goodness gracious me. I'll read all your comments out in just a few moments there, but I don't want to look down at the moment there. I don't really want to look up either, to be honest, because I was very much hiding behind me settee at one point there, because I thought that was going to be a mighty shunt now. Oh, as Jay Higgs has been wrong-footed then. Who's out in the pits? That's German coming into the pits then. German's going to need a safety car to get himself back into this one. It's a nightmare scenario now for the Alfa Romeo team. Hopefully we'll have a bit of calm now in this one. But you can see they're boxed out down into 8th position there. Toy Coin down to 9th as well. And they have not pitted yet then, so they've stayed out then. They are hoping for another safety car of some kind to get themselves back into this one. German will be on the medium tyres now, so it will be quick. But here comes Toy Coin flying through and passes box down up into 8th position goes Toy Coin. Down into 9th is box now. We've got Chappers in 10th, Coop 11th, JX in 12th position, Markey in 13th in the Alpine. And all these drivers have pitted and they are expected to be going to the end unless we have another safety car. Percy about 4.5 seconds away from Troy, who is half a second away from Keza, who is only half a second away from Indigo, who's going for another podium. 2 podiums in his last 2 races. A podium in his last race and maybe able to get another podium in. So Indigo really firing at the moment. Markey! Oh no! And Markey's off the circuit in the inside of a Puyol there, and that is a safety car. That is a spot of luck then for German, and he'll be able to get himself back into this one. Oh gosh, so that was that was pretty impressive. So what now? This is going to be interesting. So what are the drivers going to do? Are they going to come? Is all the drivers that have pit going to come into the pit lane again? Here is the race leader, Percy. He's got a 4-second advantage. He has stayed out though. The race leader has stayed out. Troy has stayed out into the pits. Keza's not there. Keza wants a win here, and he's going for aggressive. Indigo is coming into the staying out as well. Is anyone else? Slop in the pits, Immortal in the pits, and Toy Coin in the pits, and Box on the pits as well. So anyone who hasn't pit, this is a perfect opportunity. Medium tires going on for the Alpha Tower now. It could be. Oh, of course they're on. They're on multiplayer cards, aren't they? So you don't know who's going to be queued up and who isn't. On board now with the Williams team now. Great choreography there from the Williams team. Absolutely perfect stuff indeed. Coop got slightly held up, who's in the Ferrari, but there we go. He's on the soft tyres now. We've got soft tyres there going on for Slop and for Boxed Out, Chappers and Coop here. Oh, goodness gracious me. Interesting. German, who is currently in 70th position now, but a great opportunity to get himself back into this race. So the highest runner who has pitted then is Keza in 7th position then. So the drivers that haven't pitted is Sam Green, Jay Higgs, Equels, Indigo, Troy and Percy. Markey out of the race then. Absolutely disappointing there for Markey. So much now. Markey's luck just gets worse. Absolutely. What a shame now for Markey. From Lawrence, will anyone pit for medium? We've had quite a lot of pit for medium. Softs have pit as well. I'll go soft and pray. Tango, cluster, and a word I can't use before the watershed is the only description. Yes, indeed. The softs were struggled on the last few laps, Slayer will say there. In you go, definitely went in there. But goodness gracious me then, as yes, it was getting very messy indeed. What's there at the top there? It's Golden Wolf there. Some quick lags in here. Gold by name, but definitely not by speed. But you were certainly very much a golden performance tonight there from Golden Wolf. Lovely stuff indeed. That was fantastic. I very much enjoyed your debut tonight, Golden Wolf, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night as well. I'm sure that's what the I'm sure that's what I looked at the reserve list said, but maybe anyway. That's rotten luck there from German. It is, isn't it, there? Because German just went to the back of Boxtel when Boxtel was recovering after he was forced slightly wide, wasn't he, unfortunately. So we got another lap beyond the safety car, and then we'd be racing once again. And my goodness gracious me, I must say, it's been a long old day today with the Japanese Grand Prix, a bit of Super Sunday, and then ALR. Goodness me, I cannot wait to hit the sack today tonight then, because I'm going to be honest, I think I'm going to be in Dreamland quite quickly. Of course, Japanese Grand Prix wasn't too bad then, was it? I think anyways, much better than what I thought it would be. Albeit Max Verstappen once again back on his merry way. If anyone's not watched Japanese Grand Prix yet, I'm not going to say anything more, but it's definitely worth a watch, I'd say. But then again, and I don't. A lot of races this season, I still say it's worth a watch because there's something that happens in them. Maybe not the most dramatic of seasons, but something certainly does. Fast forward. Yeah, to be honest, it was Forrest Hall, to be fair, wasn't it? He's the lobby owner, isn't he? So yeah, let's blame Forrest, I reckon. So, lap 13, and we're just over half distance around this one. We have had 2 safety cars. We've had a VSE as well. Tango's technical TED tips, and the Ferrari's running a Ferrari strategy here. That's going to be very difficult to get them to last there. That's Chappers and Coupe then on those soft tyres. And we've got Sloth and McLaren have done something similar as well. Both McLaren and Ferrari have both done a Ferrari-esque strategy here from a Tango's technical corner and said that the soft tyres are going to struggle to get to them. We've also heard that from a lot of other drivers as well. Let's take stock then. The top 6 have not pitted. They are on the hard tyres then. Then Keza is the highest runner on the medium tyres. Troy for president, Solaire saying that. Then we have got, so it's Percy, Troy, Indigo, Equals, Higgs, and Green. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. 7th edition is Keza. He is the highest runner on the new, fresh, medium tyres. 8th edition is Sloth, the highest runner on softs. He's going to be quicker than a hiccup to start this one. Immortal in 9th place. He needs to get his form back in form, doesn't he, really? Indigo does. He's not Indigo. Immortal in 9th edition. Toy Coin in 10th edition. A Box Star in 11th. Both drivers, that's their first stop today after hanging it out, hanging after the first safety car. But it was all chaos, wasn't it? So I'm not sure if they really made the time they wanted with all the battling going on. Chappers and Coupe, 12th and 13th, both on the soft tyres, as is McLaren. Safety car is in. Nameless in 14th position. Chaza is not in the race side. Liam Ye is in 15th position. German is in 16th. German, of course, was caught up in the shenanigans. It was that incredible battle when we had a couple of drivers to stay out there. Marky out of the race. Golden Wolf, Nigel, and Chaza all out of this Grand Prix, unfortunately. Lap 13 out of 22. We've got 10 laps to go in this one there. It's all action till the very end then. I want to see how long the softs go though, so I don't mind then. I'm guessing Equal's got his grid slot today then. He certainly did then. Unfortunately, I don't think he got it, but they did it. 3 laps under the safety car. Softs might be okay. We are racing. Percy has gotten the jump then on Troy by about half a second then. Troy in second, Indigo in third with Equals in fourth. Jay Higgs is all over the back of him in fifth, and sixth position is Green. But I think the men we need to look at is Keza and Sloth, who are both on young, fresh tyres then, and they're all over the back, swamping the hard runners already. Keza going on the outside already then. That was a contact there from Immortal on the back of Sloth, and unfortunately that is really unsettled the McLaren. Keza's up in fifth, sixth position already. Now what about Sloth? And he needs to make hay whilst these soft tyres are very much shiny, pristine and new. Up the top of the hill then. We haven't had no big incidents at the top of Lake Cobham yet, have we? My word. And now that we've got some slipstream going on, no DRS then yet then as we come to the top of Lake Cobham. Look at the car sliding down and sparking away. On the outside goes Keza. Great stuff indeed then. Has he done it? He has done it. JX has not given up then. However, JX giving him a car's whip. I love it. Very good driving indeed there. Boxtel trying to stiff up the inside. He has as well. Boxtel up into 8th position. The second driver on the soft tyres. Yellow flag there. Immortal is up. Where is he? He is recovering down in 16th position. Is that damage on the Williams? No, he's okay. But that is not ideal at all, though, is it, for Immortal? Green dropping down into 9th position. And it's the 2 soft runners there. And now 6th and 7th position. The McLaren drivers didn't help each other earlier on in this race, then. But can they help each other now with Sloth and Boxtel? Both on similar strategies here. Serious Mushroom then. Keza could win this then. 9 laps then. Be good until about lap 20, and then we'll start to drop off. But hopefully, so they've got 6 laps then to really put the soft tyres through their paces then. Chappers are out of the points, unfortunately, because Toy Coin is back up into 10th position then. And Toy Coin might be up into 9th or 8th position here, because look, we've got Sam Green and Jay Higgs. They're all on the back of each other. Toy Coin is going to go up the inside. He thinks better of it then. There's a gap that's going to close there. And you can see that a bit of drafting going on through the bus stop. Green and Jay Higgs there. Boxstyle at the fast lap of the race set. As Green and Jay Higgs are locking horns set. Now Green is through, and Toy Coin up the inside into La Source. He has done it, up into 9th position now. Higgs down into 10th now, on board with the reserve drive. Then Chappers in 11th position. No DRS still, of course, then, so this is going to be advantage to anyone, advantage to anyone then who's not defended. We've got Equals who's losing out time then. Boxstyle, I think he's too far back, Boxstyle, so I don't think he's going to be able to take that. Look at that, Equals defending the outside, but he can't defend enough. Great manoeuvre there for Boxstyle. Really good stuff indeed. They're putting a lot of faith into Equals. Brilliant driving, that was fantastic. Boxstyle, bold and beautiful. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Up into 6th position there. Gap for the French, 3 tenths of a second. Soft's got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for his efforts. Hopefully he doesn't have hopefully he doesn't have a safety car, because that's going to hurt him. Keza now in 4th position, and he is all over the back of Indigo. Three drivers in front of us on the hard tires, and look at Percy. Whilst we've been watching the battle in the background, then Percy has not fired up these tires very well. As Coop and German are going side by side, and I think German's got that 13th place, and we're sticking with the fronts at the moment because like Percy, it's the first time we've seen him under pressure here, and Keza is now on the facility. There he is, and then there's Slop, and then there's Boxstyle. Oh my goodness me, this is going to get very interesting. And look at this, the tires all over the back now of Percy, and Indigo's also in there as well. My goodness me, Indigo's going to go for it. He's having a look. He's on the inside, and he's diving in there against Troy there, who is fighting and who's attack and defense. And Keza's dropped down 2 positions. That's a nightmare for Keza, and he's dropped behind Equals as well. That could be costly. Both McLarens are now 4th and 5th, and Boxstyle is up to 4th with Sloth in 5th position there. Now we have DRS. This is going to get very interesting deep there. This is the first time in this race where I think the Percy's very much under pressure now, isn't he? And my goodness me, I'm sure he might be hearing hearing Queen singing in his ears then, as he certainly is under pressure now. But answer that, he's absolutely pulled away. We did hear about Tango's technical tip corner, that Williams is very quick in a straight line, and it certainly is helping him again. They're going up to the top of Lake Calm. Indigo in 3rd position there. Boxstyle didn't get past anyone there. Kaz is back up to 6th position. Liam, on the outside of Jay Higgs, I think now is Indigo is actually, goodness me, when I left there I didn't think there was going to be an overtake, but Boxstyle has proved me wrong. He's up in the 3rd position. The McLaren driver is now. Chappers has got past Green and moved us up into 9th position there. Green and Higgs are struggling when they did not come in the pits. Unfortunately, it is really hurting both drivers' progress in this race. However, they might come back. It might come back. Here's Troy. It's going this way and that way. The battle for the lead in the Belgian Grand Prix with 6 laps to go here. The champion. Was he down and out? Was there question marks about the champion being down out with Percy and such fine battle? There may have been, but he is now back on it like a car bonnet. On board of him once again then. My word. And now then once again, and look at that there, the Boxstyle, if you look left, there he goes. He's up into 3rd position now. Sloth is up into 4th again, passing Indigo as well. Sorry, Indigo, that's Sarah's Western's fault then. And he's going to remember what happened. Remember Percy and Boxstyle have had previous. Remember the next race in Zandvoort. There was a flashpoint there last season. Goodness me, it's still fresh in my memory. And still fresh in my memory. Lap 17 out of 22 here. So Boxstyle then, I thought he might have had a lunge out into the last source hairpin, but no, he's not. Then he's going to take it calm and calculated. And now here comes Boxstyle. That Williams is so quick on the straight line. He's struggling in the 2nd sector now, though, isn't he? Perseus as they come over the brow of the hill. Here comes Boxstyle, and the DRS is wide open, and here he comes, and he's going for it, and he's going to take the lead. He's taken the lead then. And Nameless has got the fast lap of the race there. And the second McLaren of Troy, the second McLaren is pushing Troy as well. There he is in 3rd position. But Boxstyle leads the Belgian Grand Prix. What an incredible race this has been. Wow, magnificent stuff indeed. The second on board, the second McLaren at the moment. German out of the race there at the top of Lake Calm. That is not good. Is that going to be a safety car? That's going to change this race. And Green off the circuit as well. What has happened there? I can't even see German there. Goodness me, the car has been removed then without a safety car, which I think is good. I think it might be music to the ear. Well, is it music to the ears? I wonder if the McLaren team might have been wanting a safety car there. Keza trying to get himself back into this one after an issue earlier on then. Draw of the day, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Fark. I completely forgot about draw of the day on lap 17 out of 22. I must say, I'm not really sure who's going to win this draw of the day award at the moment. Boxed out, trying to extend the lead, then he has to make hay, and we heard the soft tires will only last about 9 laps then. So it'll be around lap 20 where they may start to fall off a cliff, and Sloth, Boxed out, Keza, Indigo for draw of the day then. I must say, that's going to be a tough vote, isn't it? Into the bus stop chicane. Look at these cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in the same shot, battling for the win here in Belgium. Magnificent stuff. And did that safety cars change the direction of this race? Oh gosh, Boxed out. He's got majority of the votes so far, along with Kez at the moment. Now keep your comments coming in. Then thank you very much, Pillar Jesper. Remember to breathe, Sean. Gosh, I could breathe out my other hole, maybe. Goodness me, keep it clean, Sean. With so it's not bad for the club. Here comes Troy. Troy is on the outside. It's wheel to wheel, and Troy takes second position. And Percy, who had it all, had been commanding in this race, has dropped down into third now. I must admit, before that second safety car, Percy was looking very impressive, but Troy, what a performance. He has grabbed the bull by the horns tonight, hasn't he? And he is certainly not giving this one up, is he? What an incredible race it's been. Boxed down leads though, 6/10 of a second end. 4 laps to go in this one. Anything can happen still in ALR. It usually does. As the great Murray Walker used to say, anything can happen in Formula 1. If F1 spells backwards as if, isn't it? And it certainly is that. And if the tires can last as long as they can, if Troy can get a good run on Boxed out, if Percy can recover and get those 2 positions back up into the lead, then I have no idea then. Serious Mushroom, Percy is out of verse deployment. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I cannot keep up with these guys on the stream, let alone you guys in the comments. Incredible stuff indeed. And I am keeling over here. I need some chicken. And I'm thinking that the soft tires are starting to struggle now, though, aren't they? Because look, Sloth is not past Percy yet. He is still on the back, though, of that Williams driver, isn't he? Slayer and Boxdown might need to get a move on before his tires fall off the cliff. And I'm wondering if his tires are already fallen off, because look, the gap is 4/10 of a second. There they are. Troy, I think, might need to get past quickly here. My driver of the day vote is Troy, but not on there. So went with Boxdown, and it is very tough, isn't it? Because I must say, I think the FARF would like to have put all 20 drivers up there. It has been an incredible drive. It's been an incredible race, hasn't it? Here comes Troy then up to the top of Lake Com. He's done it. He takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Boxed out. Chambers has dropped down 2 positions. Boxed out, though, he's got a soft tire, so he's going for it. He's having a look. Not quite, though, as I'm wondering the soft tires are starting to struggle then, ever so slightly then. But now Percy's going to get through as well quite quickly. Lap 19 out of 22. That Williams is a rocket ship, isn't it? So Troy needs to get out of DRS pronto here. Otherwise, I think he might be a sitting duck at the Camel Straight, I fear. Magnificent. And I think that Percy wants to get this win. Then, of course, Percy going for his 4th win of the season. He has been in fine form as of late, as the Percy has a really impressive stuff. Indeed, 5 pole positions this season, 3 wins this season, 7 podiums there for the man who's in the championship. That second sector, though, is really painful for Percy, isn't it? And once again, then, Serious Mushroom said that the ERS deployment is Percy's out of ERS deployment. He is, isn't he? Look at that. Troy's got the most deployment so far out of all the top 4. Look at those rain lights flashing there. It's not because there's rain in the air, it's because they need to start to harvest quite quickly. Soft tires, lap 20, they will struggle. Slayer is saying that. And we're on lap 20 now. So this is going to be a problem now. Boxed out. He's going to see now. Boxed down. The 2 McLarens are going to struggle, aren't they? The other 2 the other 2 drivers on the soft tires, and Chapper's down in 10th position. And the other soft driver of Coop is come back in the pits and gone for a fresh set of boots. Boxed out. Look at this. So Boxed out's going to retake the lead here in the Belgian Grand Prix. He's all over the back of Troy. Troy then is struggling for straight line speed there. And once again, then, at the top of the hill, Boxed out retakes the lead. Indigo is back past them. Slotfan up to the top of the hill. Then Indigo is back up in 4th position then. And Sloth comes down to 5th. Keza's still there in 6th position. And Keza in 6th. And Toy Coin in 7th as well. The 2 Alpha Taris have joined this party. Wow. Incredible stuff indeed. Troy Stirrer very much out of the Arden woods yet then. He isn't, is he? Boxtel could stitch Percy up. No love lost there. Serious Russia is saying, oh goodness me, we knew about the fallout from last season there. And at the moment, Boxtel, well, he's trying to sneak his way back into the championship, isn't he? Is Boxtel there, but at the moment there, he might need to take some risks, and he's certainly taken a big one today. By going on the soft tires there, he is very much in the thick of things now, isn't he? Percy is just about keeping himself within the DRS range of the top two, but look at that, then he's borderline now, isn't he? Look at Indigo's ERS deployment, he's got a lot, and he's using a lot of this now, going into the top of Florishable now. Troy has got some ERS in hand there, Slayer is saying he has indeed, hasn't he? I think Indigo's got the most, so hasn't he? And looking for that podium here. Oh, as Indigo there, back end, trying to overtake the front, and that's a Red Bull there, so that was a surprise to him. DRS for everyone now, except Boxtel as they come across the line. Lap 21 out of 22. This is going to be a grandstand finish. Any one of the top 7 could win this race, and my goodness me, what an incredible race this has been. I think that it's going to be very much then who is going to have the DRS in the final lap then, potentially, in this one. Oh gosh, but you can't play games with the DRS, I don't think. As if you play games with the DRS, you may come back to haunt you then. Troy at the moment there is trying to get past Boxtel. He's having a look then on the outside into the top of Lake Com. He's not done it. Boxtel's run wide then. Troy going on the outside then. He's going to be run out of room then. He has run out of room then. Troy going on the inside as well. Almost a snake then. And now Troy and Percy are going head to head here. There's contact then. And Troy is back on the inside. Percy is going to, is still in third position there as Troy was going to let him pass on the outside there. Indigo is just sitting there watching and waiting, I think. And something may happen with the top 3 here. Chaz Cooper's still in 13th position now. Chaz is not in this race at the moment. Indigo's got a plan. Has these serious Russians saying that driver of the day vote is still out there. I've got to be honest there. Who can you vote for driver of the day? It could be any one of these top 7, can't it? Really fantastic racing up and down the order. Oh, lap 21 out of 22 then. So just coming out of the infield section once again, back on board. The champion then is Troy. Then Boxtel is hanging on to those soft tires. And I think the softs of Sloth have really dropped off, haven't they? Sloth down into 6th position. Keza up into 5th now. Can Keza get a podium here? Well, just as I say that, yeah, Sloth is also lost out now to the 2nd AlphaTauri. Oh, he's on that curve there. That's not going to help the ground effects of the McLaren. And Sloth down into 6th position now. Look at this. And once again, they're all concertining up here then over the line. Then the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. Any one of these drivers that could win this race, and look at this, as Troy there is safe it up there. I think whoever is first out of Lake Com could win this race and will have certainly a fighting chance. Well, they have a fighting chance anyway, don't they? But I think anyone out of Lake Com, I think will certainly have a best opportunity. On board now with Troy, and he is using the overtake. Here comes Percy as well. Oh my goodness me, the top 3 of the championship for last season, the top of the championship for this season are all going to be on the same piece of road. Oh gosh, and Percy almost took on Boxtel there. My goodness gracious me, that, and that was getting very precarious indeed there. Oh, as I think Percy, I'm wondering if Boxtel squeezed Percy out too much, or was that Boxtel? Oh, look at this. I'm not sure. I'm not going to call it there, but my goodness me, that was getting very sketchy indeed. Troy leads. Percy 2nd. Boxtel in 3rd. Boxtel's falling off now, isn't he? 4th is Indigo. 5th is Kez. And 6th is Toy Coin. This is a great opportunity. A great performance there for the AlphaTauri. They are going to be moving up the constructors quite nicely indeed. Troy going for his 3rd Grand Prix win of the season. He hasn't won a race since Miami round 5. My goodness gracious me. So Troy, and this will be very good. This will be very good there for Troy. What a performance here from the world champion. And Troy then, who's now extended his lead then over Percy. I think that Boxtel's going to be looking backwards, round and forwards now, isn't it? But here comes Troy. What a performance from all 7 there. I got to say then, whoever won that race was certainly going to, I looked up there, Indigo's dropped down to 6, so what's happened there? Troy wins the Belgian Grand Prix. That's his 12th win of his career there, and the Boxtel stolen it there. Percy has dropped down into 3rd. What happened at the end there? My goodness me. Oh, someone, I think that someone into the back of Troy there. I don't know who it was. And then all of a sudden, goodness gracious me. And I think the Boxer got second there. Percy got third with Keza fourth, Toyko in fifth, Indigo in sixth there, Sloth in seventh, Liam in eighth, Equals ninth, and Chappers completing the top 10. My goodness me. And, Troy's up in session as well. But it is an incredible race that was there. Service Russian, bring on Zamfor. Goodness me. Troy, we love you there. Troy getting his 12th win of his career in his 12th race win of his career there. Is who's that pulling off there? I'm not sure. Well, I'm just going to sit back and reflect on that because that was absolutely incredible. Really was indeed. Then the driver, as we got some applauding going on there from the team personnel. It's a shame they haven't got their official team kit on. It's like back in the old days, isn't it? Where it's like back in the old days where where of course they were censored for tobacco advertising and all that stuff, isn't it? Oh my word. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from the Belgian Grand Prix. Cirrus Mushroom is saying that Cirrus Mushroom mentioned that apparently Percy crashed before the end of the finish line. I'm sure you got across that. We'll take a look at that though in a bit. Let's take a look at the clue. This is what I think happened. Troy won the race and his third race win of the season, his 12th race win of his career. Then second was I think it was Boxtal with Percy in third. Then it was Keza in fourth with Toy Coin in fifth, Indigo in sixth with Slop in seventh with Liam Ye eighth, Equals in ninth, and Chappers for Ferrari getting a point. In Morton 11th, 12th was Higgs with Coop in 13th, 14th was Nameless, 15th was Green, retirements was Chaza, was German, Markey, Golden Wolf, and Nigel all retired from the Belgian Grand Prix. Incredible stuff indeed. Still got Percy before the line because he spun before the line. Oh goodness me! So that's how Percy dropped down the order. I've lost my remote control there, which I'm very good at. It's attached to me headset, Sean. Sort yourself out. On the final straight there, Goku is saying that Milan then Troy, my goat then as goodness me. Oh gosh. Well, no one wants to join me at the moment now, which I'm not surprised by. Let's have a quick cheeky plug, shall we, about what's going on in a jiffy. Tomorrow night it is silver. It's silver. And then of course, and then we got some more racing in bronze as well. Then so that is going to be a very good stuff indeed. I think. So we have someone who's joined me, and it is Boxtal who has joined me in the garage as well. Boxtal, I think he got second today, but an audacious strategy where you put on the soft tires in that final safety car. But I think that all the audience wants to hear about your point of view in that final couple of laps, because that was redonkulous.
I mean, I was sweating. uh, I just put on the soft tire and just was by myself like, I'll just see what happens. I mean, I had nothing to lose. The sprint race, I had bad luck, and in qualifying was my own fault. But yeah, I knew I had the pace. But yeah, I just put on the softs and just go crazy and just try to get as much positions as I could. At one point, I thought maybe the win is in it, but the soft tires were just bad in the end. So yeah, I think I just can be happy with P2 or 3. I just make a ticket and let the stewards look at it. But yeah, still a podium is nothing that I could expect at least.
And was there any gamesmanship with the DRS or anything like that, or was it just going flat out? Because I was saying on the stream then maybe try to be a bit too clever. But was you thinking about the who was going to be leading up the Camel Straight? Was you concerned about that and trying to like maybe manufacture it so you was first in the Camel Straight on lap 22?
Yeah, it went through my head about maybe letting Troy through, but I saw that P3 and 4 was also really close. So I think if I have done that, I think I would be P4. So yeah, I just took not a lot of risk and just stayed P1 and just drained the battery as much as I could and just try to get the podium at least.
it got very sketchy at the Camel Straight as well. Is I must say that you Troy and Percy almost was going three abreast up the up the Camel Straight and into Lacombe, and I did it looked like the Percy and you made contact there, and I think you was very it was very good of how you kept that car in a straight line there. What happened up there? What did you two not give each other room?
No, Lucas was trying to overtake me and tried to go for the move on Troy, but he moved slightly too early and hit my front wheel. So it was pretty difficult to keep the car on track, but I'm happy that I could. But yeah, it was pretty awesome to drive Troy and Lucas again.
It really was. It was a fantastic battle, and what I think that was a very much a historic race watching all you three, well, not three, seven people was very much all fighting up, queuing up to take your positions there. How difficult was it to keep your cool? Because I'm not sure about the penalty situation either. None of you had penalties, Ed. So how close are you to getting penalties?
I think I had one running, I think. But yeah, it's try to just keep it between the white lines and yeah, try to overtake the people at the right time so that you don't go off track. But yeah, it was awesome to drive that overtake race.
Goodness gracious me. And then, of course, you've had another strong result then on the back of that incredible win last week. The gap is still quite big then in the championship, but you're still in it there, isn't it? Because one bad weekend and you're right back in it, surely.
Yeah, yeah, it's just waiting for the right time. But yeah, it's like my sprint race today just went awful again. So yeah, it's just you need to be really consistent to trying to keep those points and yeah, like you said, be there at the right time when they make a mistake.
Serious Mushroom wants to know how bad are your softs at the end?
I got the warning that the tires were pretty high wear, so probably like 65, 70, I think.
Plenty in hand then, fantastic. And brilliant stuff indeed. Well done today, Box Down. Magnificent job then to get second
Thank you.
position, I think, then, but we'll have to wait and see. Brilliant stuff then. And of course, Troy with his 12th win of his career. Magnificent stuff indeed. And Percy getting third as well after commanding that sprint race. That is going to be it for gold. Then what an incredible race then to end. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to bed. Fantastic. See you for silver tomorrow night. Goodbye.